Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here on the show to talk about my second-ranked matchup for the night, a final recap. Number 15, Missouri takes down number 4, Alabama, 110-98 reaction. Yes, 110 points. Alabama's defense tonight, man, was just putrid. Their defense was just horrendous. And I know Missouri's defense wasn't great, but I mean, they forced 14 turnovers. That's kind of what hurt Alabama in the beginning of the game. You know, turnovers, some contested shots. Missouri starts off in that 12-0 run. And the last few games, they've just, started slow. The Auburn game, they start out down 9. They lose by 9 points. They start down 12-0 here. They lose by 12 points. They just got to start these games better. And defensively, there were some tough shots Missouri made in that second half to pull away. Alabama did get it to like 6 points, but that's as close as they got it. Mark Sears had a really good game, I thought. And LeBaron Philon, Diabate. But they didn't get much from Grant Nelson or Chris Youngblood. It was mostly, Mark Sears, Philon, Diabate, Holloway. Where Missouri, it was just a total team effort. Led by Mark Mitchell. 31 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds for Mark Mitchell. And Missouri, it's just really good team. Like, they've got to be one of the more underrated fan bases from a passion standpoint, because they show up and that arena's loud. It's such a tough place to play. That place was loud tonight. Not looking forward to when Kentucky plays there, because that's going to be a tough place to win. Like, the Tigers are such a good team. Remember ESPN? I barely had this. Remember ESPN had Mizzou as a coin flip to make the dance? Like last week? Yeah. I don't know why you'd pick a top 15 team as a coin flip. Coin flip made the tournament, no sense. But Mark Mitchell had 31 points. He was just eating Alabama alive in the paint. And at the free throw line, Mark Mitchell was just getting whatever he wanted. Caleb Grill, 25 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds for Caleb Grill. Like, he was absolutely fantastic. He had 25 off the bench, and this guy comes off the bench. Just a remarkable performance. 25 off the bench from Caleb Grill. Mark Mitchell with 31. And 110 points on 60% shooting for the game. That's the most Mizzou scored versus the top 5 opponent in program history. And once again, that's kind of one concern I have about the Tide Roll in the SEC. Is their defense. Like, I know their offense obviously has a lot of possessions, and obviously they're going to give up points, but you can't give up 60% in the tournament and expect to win. Like, I know Alabama played pretty well offensively outside of the turnovers, and they got behind early, and Mizzou got 47 free throws because they were getting fouled. And they missed a lot. They were 31 47, 66.0%. But 9 of 23, 39.1% from 3. Alabama shot good for the game. 53.8% from the floor, 13 of 31 from 3, 41.9%. He had 35 from Mark Sears. But Mark Mitchell and Caleb Grill just kind of ate them alive, and you had Tamar Bates made some plays to finish off that game. Perkins made some shots. Anthony Robinson made some shots. Cruz made 2 shots there in that second half. Some tough contested shots. And Missouri's just such a good team. Like, this is a huge win over Alabama. Like, Dennis Gates, I think, should be in Coach of the Year conversations, because they didn't win a single SEC game last year. And now they have multiple top 5 wins. Like, it's just a great season from Dennis Gates. They had 0 wins last year, and now multiple top 5 wins this year. He had 14 points from Anthony Robinson, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 10 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds for Tony Perkins. 13 points for Tamar Bates. Trent Pierce, 8 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. He also had the 25 and 10 from Caleb Grill, 4 points for Josh Gray, 5 points for Cruz. You end up with 5 players in double figures for Missouri. And Missouri's just getting whatever they wanted offensively, whether it's in the paint or some threes with Caleb Grill, getting to the line. Alabama had no answer. And that's the one thing I worry about this team is kind of defensively. They aren't that great. So, that's the one thing I'm concerned with about Alabama. They're never out of game with their offense because of how good they are offensively and how good they can shoot and get to the paint, but they have to play better offensively, and they just can't continue to get off to these slow starts, especially, for example, playing here on the road. You just can't start off trailing 12-0. Closest they got to was about 6 points, but then Missouri went on like a 9-0 run. And they fouled 30 times, 14 turnovers. But they shot good for the game. I mean, 53.8%, 41.9% from 3 shots, 71.4% from the line. 33 total boards, 11 offensive, 22 defensive, 16 assists, 1 block, 4 steals. But 14 turnovers, 6 more turnovers. Missouri scored like 20-something points off turnovers. Missouri had 32 total rebounds, 9 offensive, 23 defensive, 18 assists, 4 blocks, 12 steals. Very active defensively. Only had 8 turnovers to get them to 20 and 6 for Alabama. Mark Sears, 35 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. A great game from Mark Sears. Obviously, it's not the result you want, but he was great. I mean, 12 of 20 from the floor, 5 of 10 from 3, 5 assists. The only problem was the turnovers with him in the first half. But he didn't have any in the second half. The turnovers wasn't great. Were bad in the first half. But he's not great defensively. But the fact that he had this stat line and they still lost by 12 just kind of tells how bad their defense is. They were on fire tonight, that's for sure. It's just Mizzou had 1.39 points per possession. That's probably the worst defensive points of the season. They had too many blown assignments, and when they didn't give up uncontested shots, they found themselves frequently losing one-on-one, 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 over and over and over in the post. That was their worst defensive performance of the year. They didn't quit offensively, but Alabama had it down to 6, and then a 9-0 run from Missouri in about a minute, 36 seconds, put the lead back up to 15. That was the last chance they had, really. And they cut down to 6, but after that, it was pretty much Missouri just closed the game out, making free throws and getting stops. But Missouri was also good in transition. They can run with anyone. If you thought they couldn't, then you're wrong. Mark Sears is still really good. Probably his best shooting game of the year. The interior defense for Bama is really pathetic, and that's something my Wildcats can try and take advantage of in Saturday's matchup. But Missouri also forces a lot of turnovers. Free throw shooting still is kind of a bit of a problem for them. Yeah, they get to the line a lot, but you got to make those, especially come tournament time. But yeah, Alabama foul 14 points, 4 assists. I thought a good game from the freshman. 8 points for Grant Nelson. Not a great night for Grant Nelson. Marui, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Not a great game for Clifford Marui. Diabate, 13 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds for Diabate. 11 points for Aiden Holloway. 3 points for Sherrill, 3 points for Stevenson, 7 for Youngblood. 1 assist and 2 boards for him. But yeah, that's final stats here. Bama drops to 21-5. Their next game's against my Wildcats on Saturday. But yeah, that's all to say here tonight. 110-98 your final score. Great win from Missouri. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.